Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sabah al-khair habibi wa habibti grade 9. كيف حالك؟ الحمد لله خير. أيام الآن يوم الخميس August 27, 2020. I am Walimatu Tiwardani Bako SPD. Now our subject is biology. Habibi wa habibti, I will tell to you about the indicator that you must reach in our subject now. The first, be able to mention the meaning of menstruation. The second, be able to mention and explain about the menstrual cycle. Naam, before we are going to the topic, Mu'alimah will explain to you the glossaries of English from our topic. The glossaries are: the first, menstrual cycle, siklus menstruasi. Second, thicken, menebal. The third, stimulate, merangsang. Fourth, shed, meluruh. The fifth, release, pelepasan. Alright, habibi wa habibti, our topic today is about menstruation. Naam, are you ready to study? Okay, yalla bina nabda'un nashat. Habibi wa habibti, last meeting we have studied about oogenesis and spermatogenesis. Do you still remember what is the meaning of spermatogenesis and oogenesis? Okay, naam. Okay, I remind you anymore. The process of forming sperm is called spermatogenesis. And then the process for forming female genital cells, yes, ovum, we can call oogenesis. Okay, do you still remember how the process of oogenesis and spermatogenesis? Okay, now I remind you anymore. If spermatogenesis, okay, start from spermatogonium, and then spermatocyte primer, and then spermatocyte sekunder, spermatid, and then the last spermatozoa. And then if oogenesis, start for ooganium, oocyte primer, oocyte sekunder, ootid, and ovum. Habibi wa habibti, now we will discuss about menstruation. Menstruation, as you know, menstruation occurs in girls. Yes. Okay. When a woman is a teenager, the pituitary glands produce gonadotropic hormones. They are FSH and LH, which indicate that the ovaries are starting to be active. The interactions of FSH and LH with estrogen and progesterone from the ovaries results in a menstrual cycle. As you know, habibi wa habibti, estrogen and progesterone is a hormone of girl or woman. Menstruation occurs since a woman enters puberty. Menstruation is characterized by the out blood from the vagina between 3 to 7 days. This cycles occurs every month, is an event that prepares the body for pregnancy. The menstrual cycles continues every month from puberty to menopause. Do you still remember what's the meaning of menopause? Nah, the menopause is the time when woman's reproductive capacity ends. Menstrual blood comes from the uterus as a result of the release of a membrane of mucus on the uterine wall which has dropped, so that when menstruation occurs, not only blood but also mucus. Okay, habibi wa habibti, now we are going to the process of menstruation. The first, the pituitary gland or hypophysis gland will secrete the LH. Hormone, which will be carried by blood circulation to the ovaries and stimulates the maturation of ovum. Next, ovary produce the hormone estrogen. The increase in the concentration of the hormone estrogen and progesterone cause the endometrium to thicken. Increased level of the hormone estrogen also stimulate the pituitary to release LH, which provokes the release of ovum from the ovary, or we call ovulation. Yes, what's the meaning ovulation? Okay, ovulation is the process of releasing an ovum from the ovary. And then the ovum that is released from the ovary will move to the uterus, whose wall has thickened. This thickening is to make it easier for the ovum to attack when it is fertilized by a sperm. If there is fertilization, pregnancy will occur. But if the ovum doesn't fertilization, the production of estrogen and progesterone is reduced, the supply of oxygen is also reduced, the cells die, and the thickened wall sets. So, blood to leak or bleeding. This event is called menstruation. Okay, Habibi Habibti, the time interval between the first menstruation and the next menstruation is called the menstrual cycle, usually around 28 days. The menstrual cycle begins on the first day of menstruation. On the 14th day after menstruation occurs the release of ovum from the ovaries or ovulation. Next, there is thickening of the uterine wall. If fertilization doesn't occur, the thickened uterine wall will shed so that menstruation occurs again. Okay, Habibi wa Habibti, you can look at the table. Okay, the table of the process menstruation. Okay, look at the day and the event during which the ovum is not fertilized. Okay, 1 until 4, menstruation. This is menstruation, shedding of ovum, blood and uterine walls. And then 5 until 13, estrogen, thickening of the uterine wall. And then 14 days, the discharge of an ovum from the ovary. And then 15 until 28 days, the process of thickening the uterine wall continues. Okay, Habibi wa Habibti, that's all our material for today. Next time we will meet anymore with another material. Okay, Habibi wa Habibti, keep spirit, keep study hard. Okay, don't feel bored to study. Dan syukron for your attention. Ila liko. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.